7 Days in Morocco, From Marrakech to the Dunes of Merzouga, by Alice Phillips. Day 1. Arrival in Marrakech, the whisper of terracotta walls. The moment I stepped off the plane at Menara Airport, the dry warmth of Marrakech kissed my cheeks. There was a rhythm in the air, a kind of heartbeat that pulsed through the ochre city. My driver met me with a wide smile and a soft marhaba. And just like that, I was on my way to my hotel. As we drove, I gazed through the window, fascinated by the pink-hued buildings, the swirl of mopeds and carts, and the minarets that sliced the skyline. The scent of spices and dust seemed to seep through the car's windows. My first real taste of Morocco. Summary of the day. The anticipation of discovering a whole new world was almost tangible. Marrakech already felt like a living painting. Day 2. The soul of the Medina. After breakfast, I was ready to plunge into the beating heart of Marrakech, the Medina. We began by foot, walking into a world that felt timeless. My first stop was the Koutoubia Mosque, with its elegant 12th century minaret, casting a long shadow over the city. Though non-Muslims can't enter, standing before it was enough. The symmetry, the warm stone, it made me feel tiny and reverent. In Jama el Fna, the legendary square, chaos was an art form. Snake charmers played flutes, and orange juice vendors called out with smiles. I wandered through the souks, my eyes wide with wonder at the labyrinth of colors, scents, and sounds. Later, we visited the Bahia Palace, a dream carved in stucco and zellige tiles. Light danced through cedar windows, and I lingered in the courtyards, imagining the whispers of sultans and concubines. Summary of the day. I lost all sense of time and loved it. The Medina is a world that sweeps you up and doesn't ask permission. Day 3. Over the Atlas to Ouarzazate. Breakfast done, I left Marrakech behind and began the long journey into Morocco's dramatic heart. We climbed the Atlas Mountains, a winding road of staggering views and sharp cliffs. Snowy peaks faded into red valleys, and shepherds with goats dotted the hillsides like a painting come to life. Our stop at Aït Ben Haddou took my breath away. The mud brick ksar glowed gold under the afternoon sun. Walking its steep alleys felt like I had time traveled, and rightly so, as it starred in Gladiator and Lawrence of Arabia. I touched its walls, trying to feel the pulse of centuries. We reached Ouarzazate, the door of the desert, by evening. I checked into my hotel, watched the colors of the day slip into night, and let the quiet of the desert edge lull me to sleep. Summary of the day. Driving over the Atlas felt like peeling back the layers of Morocco, each turn revealing something deeper. Day 4. From valleys to dunes, Merzouga by nightfall. After breakfast, the road beckoned again. We passed Tinghir, where the green palms of the valley contrasted fiercely with the stark rocks above. I felt a sudden sense of smallness in the towering canyons, ancient, powerful, eternal. Further on, we reached Erfoud, where we switched to a 4x4. The terrain shifted fast, palms to sand, stones to dunes, and then Merzouga. The Sahara opened before me like a golden sea. As the sun dipped low, I climbed onto a camel, rocking gently into the dunes. The silence out there was surreal. The wind whispered across the sand, and every golden ripple caught the light like poetry. That night, in a traditional desert camp, I sat by a fire under a sky so thick with stars it made me teary. Berber drums beat softly as dinner was served. Summary of the day: watching the sunset from camelbacking the Sahara. That's a soul-marking moment I'll never forget. Day 5. Desert sunrise and the road of 1,000 kasbahs. Before dawn, I scrambled from my tent. And there it was, sunrise over the Sahara. A bleeding orange horizon swallowed the shadows, and I stood barefoot in the cool sand, utterly humbled. After breakfast, we drove through the road of 1,000 kasbahs, pausing for lunch in Tinger. By the time we reached Skura, I felt transported into a date palm oasis. Visiting the Amigdil Kasbah, dating from the 17th century, I was struck by its raw power and simplicity, like a fortress grown from the land itself. Summary of the day: the desert sunrise made me feel like I was born again into something wilder and freer. Day 6, the Tisnen Tichka Pass, back to Marrakech. After breakfast, the road called once more. We wound our way through the high Atlas Mountains via the jaw-dropping Tisnen Tichka Pass. The road was narrow, coiling through peaks and plateaus, and the views were dizzying. By afternoon, I was back in Marrakech. The contrast hit me. After the silence of the desert, the city felt like a carnival. I had some free time and wandered aimlessly, letting the familiar chaos wrap around me. I sat at a cafe sipping mint tea, just watching life buzz by. Summary of the day: after the wilderness, Marrakech felt like a warm embrace, noisy, alive, familiar. Day 7, farewell Morocco, departure day. It always comes too soon. My driver picked me up, and as we drove back to the airport, I caught one last glimpse of the city walls, the dusty pink blending with the morning sky. I boarded the plane with a heart full of memories, sand still in my shoes, mint on my tongue, and stories waiting to be told. Summary of the day: Morocco didn't just show me its landscapes, it showed me its soul.